Thank God I didn't click that. Anyway, so a shameless promotion. There's this game called Infinite Flight. Okay, you can just mute. So there's this game called Infinite Flight, and it's a flight simulator for mobile and mobile only. And what's amazing about it, this is the best, and I say the best flight simulator ever, or the best flight simulator in mobile, on mobile phones, Android, Apple. Cause look at this. So here, uh, so here, I'll let you watch this. By the way, credit to JJ Planes and Things. You know what? I'll do it right now. Control C. So, okay, guys, I'll let you watch this. And keep in mind, this is a flight simulator for mobile phones, Android and Apple. 737 800. I love I love the more to love livery. Look at this. Look at this boy. That's the new 2017-16 one, and then more to love livery. Yes. The A10 got a rework, so yeah, that's why they're showing this. And on the bottom, there's a tip, and they added a new background that used to be different just a few days ago. The update was pretty recent. The there's new pilots in the cockpit. Uh, there's new liveries for each the 737 and the A10, and they added the new winglets and the graphics. Right here isn't the best, did they? But hold on, hold on. If you go to blue, here, look at this.
Scratching until I.
This is for mobile.
All right, so we be.
This is for mobile. This is a mobile flight simulator. How? This is a mobile flight simulator. How is this a mobile flight simulator? If you go into the Play Store and strip flight simulator, the most of the flight simulators you find are like those crappy ones, don't have really good physics at all. But then you find this. It's $5 plus another $10 to get the
All right, so
live
we be
subscription.
flying the.
Plus it's $10 plus another live subscription.
To just give up on something. Like people give up.
Okay,
Really annoys.
please. So basically, this is the best flight simulator on the Play Store. The best. If this thing will load. Just look at that picture. Look at that picture right there. Look at that picture. That looks like X-Plane 11. It looks like X-Plane 11. But you know what? It's Infinite Flight, and that's on a mobile device. Boy, I have this flight simulator, and since I'm into aviation, I really take aviation pretty seriously. And yes, this flight simulator, Infinite Flight, is strictly for mobile only. You cannot install this on PC. This is like X-Plane 11. I'm not gonna lie. 260. Okay. So
Scratching until I start talking. The Helena 1 Alpha arrival in Amsterdam today. So I'm gonna get that chart pulled up for me. That I would like it to be better. Mainly the
like,
economy functionality
dude,
of it.
look at
But they're
this.
working on it. And so, you know, a lot of people.
Look at this. That is a mobile Infinite Flight. Mobile flight simulator called Infinite Flight. Look at this. Yes, this is a view. I can't show you on my own tablet. But if I do, then keep in mind the graphics are gonna suck because my tablet sucks and I have to keep the graphics to the lowest. But if you have a really good mobile device, it's pretty clean, it's pretty new. You get Infinite Flight for $5 and then get a live subscription, which is optional for $10. You get this for about $15. Let me show you the takeoff. Actually, I'm not going to show you the takeoff. I'm going to show you the landing. We all the way here. Look at this. So as you can see on the side, you have your controls on the side. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Awesome. 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 There is wing flex, and wing flex is noticeable. The wing flex is so sexy. Like, just look at this. As you can, yeah, this controls on the side. You have the throttle, and then you have your two panels on both sides. He does have a small phone, so it's kind of cramped in two spaces. But just look at this, dude. And keep in mind, this is a hard landing because he is using autopilot to land. So, just keep that in mind. But, dude, look at this. Is sexy. You're not gonna show the landing? No! No! You didn't show the landing. Blue Games. New. What the heck? Okay, Southwest 009. Hello. um, you can go to the links of these things. It's amazing. So, yeah, no. I actually really liked Plastic Memories. I really did. I really did like Plastic Memories. I watched the whole series, and so basically my story was on YouTube. There was this video called Top 10 Saddest Anime Endings, and Plastic Memories was one of them. And I cried, of course, on Plastic Memories. I watched it again, and I thought I wouldn't cry on the end since I watched the end already. And yet I did. I did cry on the end again. That's how nostalgic, I should say. That's how nostalgic it is. I really like that anime. What is this? Okay, I just saw this video and I'm like, boy. Sea Dog? Hi, Sea Dog. Let's play some Osu with Relax on. Hopefully my screen capture won't die. Okay, hopefully my screen capture didn't die. Did it? Wait. Yes, it died. No. No, it didn't. Awesome! So, since it's like nighttime, my... Okay, hold on. Okay. My dad is asleep behind me, so yeah, I'm just gonna stay quiet. I'm just gonna use relax and tap on the table because I don't want to wake anyone up. Since I will say this, I do have this keypad, and as you can see, it is mechanical. And sadly, these are not Cherry MX. These are Kale Blues, and I couldn't get Cherry MX Blues on a keypad anywhere. Amazon wouldn't work for me, so I got this keypad at my electronics store for $30, and yeah, it's pretty good. Sound test. So yeah, I'm not gonna use this because my dad is asleep and my mom will wake up. So yep. So I'm just gonna put on relax. 5 star maybe. So yep. Just gonna tap on the table because I can. S. I wish that was me. choked. Still have an A. Okay, this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It would have failed by now. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I actually forgot how the song goes. I don't know why. Mm. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I forgot how the song goes. Bam, 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 bam. Awesome. Well, I got an A, right? Yeah. Okay, this is kind of boring without actually having keys. So A, right? So, I'm just gonna watch YouTube videos. This keeps popping up. I don't know why. well, I was thinking of a tablet, but I kind of want to stay with mouse. So
This video is brought to you by Full Sail University. I've been a fan of rhythm games for basically my entire life, and one of my favorite entries in the rhythm game genre was actually two different games, Os Tatake Owendan and Elite Beat Agents on the original Nintendo DS. Now, if you're not familiar with those games, here's the premise of
wait,
Owendan.
did I see that
Agents on
correctly?
the
What
original
did they
Nintendo
do?
DS. Now, if you're not familiar with those
They
games, here's the
dabbed.
premise of Owendan. Numbered circles and sliders will pop up on the DS's bottom screen, and your goal is to tap them in time with Japanese pop and rock music as these larger circles close in on them from around them. Now, it's a pretty straightforward game, but it's also super satisfying to play, especially in the later stages. Owendan's one of those games where when you get really, really good at it, it is just the best feeling ever. I think part of why I love Owendan so much is because it's one of the first games I ever imported from Japan back when I was about 15 years old. It's a game with a pretty fascinating history. See, back in 2005, no one had any illusion that Owendan would ever come to America. The concept of Owendan, or Japanese cheer squads, is so fundamentally Japanese and such a huge part of the game that it seemed like it wouldn't ever really work in America. Now, luckily, Inus, the developer of both games, created a game called Elite Beat Agents, which was essentially a Western version of Owendan with all new Western-friendly characters, songs, and stories, and it was a fantastic game. It actually improved on the original Owendan in some ways by letting you skip song intros and stuff like that. So, how was a Japanese developer like Inus able to achieve a complete redesign of their game for a Western audience? The answer is actually pretty fascinating. Inus was co-founded by a man named Keiichi Yano, who was also the lead designer of Owendan and Elite Beat Agents. Yano's thorough understanding of both Japanese and American culture comes from the fact that he's led a remarkably bicultural life. Yano was born in Tokyo but moved to America when he was 2 years old, where he stayed until graduating from USC with a degree in jazz studies. He then went on to found the studio in Tokyo with 3 other people and create Gitaru Man, which is one of the greatest rhythm games of all time. Now, Owendan did eventually get a sequel, but unfortunately in the 7 years since that game came out, the franchise has gone completely silent. Inus has moved on to developing a series of karaoke games and expansions for Microsoft, and it seems like making niche, charismatic rhythm games is in their past. Luckily, as they always do, the die-hard fans of the rhythm game genre have stepped up and found a solution, which is make the game themselves. That game is called Osu, and it's a free, pretty open PC port of Owendan that allows you to add any song you can think of. It's been around for years, but as it exists today, Osu in 2014 might be the most robust rhythm game ever made. Since the 2007 original release, they've added replays, a live spectator mode, super in-depth leaderboards, integrated song downloads, and a live chat room that's accessible at all times. Not to mention alternative play modes that mimic Beatmania, Taiko, and more. It's kind of incredible and the kind of thing that could only exist on the PC. Now, the vast majority of Osu players play with a mouse and keyboard, which is obviously a pretty different experience from the...
Not the majority of players play with the mouse and keyboard. The majority of players play with the tablet and keyboard, but in my case, I have the Razer Deathadder Elite right here and Ornata Chroma, but then I have this mechanical keypad right here. So, yep.
Original touchscreen controls of Owendan. However, we happen to have a Surface Pro lying around here in the office, and on a whim I decided to install Osu on it last week. It turns out that Osu on the Surface is kind of the best rhythm game ever made.
Yes.
Now, a quick disclaimer, it doesn't work 100% perfectly right out of the box. After noticing that it felt a little bit unresponsive, I went into the registry of the Surface at the behest of some Osu forum members and changed the touchscreen's latency and sample time to as low as possible, and after a reboot, it actually worked perfectly. As a result, I am basically in rhythm game heaven right now. The game is just phenomenally well put together and works especially well on a touchscreen. It's got all the song mods you'd expect from a Stepmania-like, but the ability to just open up the game and search and instantly have a MP3 and beat map of any song you've ever wanted is a complete dream come true. Now, it probably operates in a bit of a legal gray area, but frankly, it's kind of hard to care when the resulting game is so damn good. I've caught myself missing Owendan and Elite Beat Agents a lot lately, and Osu on a touchscreen is scratching that itch perfectly. Instead of just sitting in a corner collecting dust, our office service is now turning into a dedicated Osu machine, and I couldn't be happier about it. Anyways, I want to hear from you guys about your relationship with rhythm games. Did any of you ever play Elite Beat Agents or Owendan, or any of you current Osu players? Apparently Osu has like 4.5 million registered players. So apparently some of you play Osu. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and as usual, I'll be down there hanging out and nerding out about niche rhythm game stuff. But until then,
I think I'll watch about one more video. One more video, and then I might end the stream.
now turning into a dedicated Osu machine, and I couldn't be happier about it. Anyways, I want to hear...
What is this?
Hello and welcome back to another Infinite Flight tutorial. In this video I'll be showing you how to take off in the
It's 2:11 a.m. right now. After this, I'm going to sleep.
A-10, commonly
I have a sleepover tomorrow, starting at around 4:30.
known as the Hog. If you're following along, we'll be departing runway 3 right at Nellis Air Force Base. The identifier is Kilo Lima, Sierra Victor. My takeoff weight today is 41,000 pounds, or approximately 18,600 kilograms. Alright, let's get started. The first thing we want to do is set the brakes so that we can configure for takeoff. To do this, I'll increase my trim to plus 15%. My takeoff flaps will be set at 7 degrees. When we're ready, we can release the brakes and utilize our manual braking. If you didn't know, you can actually pull down on the rudder tab to engage the brakes while on the ground. With the brakes held, I slowly increase my throttle to 90%, and this is a great time to double check that you're properly configured for takeoff. If everything looks good, release the brakes and gradually increase your throttle to 100%. The rotation speed in the A-10 is 10 knots slower than the actual takeoff speed. My takeoff speed today is 139 knots, so when I see 129 knots, I'll go ahead and pull back to 7 to 10 degrees and wait for the A-10 to become airborne. Once you visualize the positive rate of climb, we'll go ahead and retract our gear and flaps, and we can begin our climb out. The climb out in the A-10 should be at 10 degrees, and we're aiming for 210 knots. Don't be afraid to use your trim if you find it hard to stay at 10 degrees. Here I'm using some negative trim to help bring the nose back down, but you may need positive trim. As I climb to 4,500 feet, I'm aiming for 210 knots, and I'll keep adjusting my pitch to maintain that speed. The typical cruising altitude for the A-10 is anywhere from 10,000 to 25,000 feet, with a cruising speed of 210 to 300 knots. The higher you go, the lower your cruising speed will need to be, and vice versa. Don't be alarmed if you find yourself using a lot of throttle at all times while flying the A-10. It's notoriously underpowered, but it'll get the job done. The A-10 shines down low and slow, where you'll find its maneuverability is exceptional. Now that you know how to take off in the A-10, I look forward to seeing you in the next one where we talk about how to land. Be sure you subscribe to the channel for more great content and tutorials, or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
Yes, follow them or subscribe to them, please. This flight simulator is amazing. Yes, it's in the Systems tab. Yep, told ya. So, yeah. Okay, well,
At
everyone, yeah, let's go ahead and end the stream here. It's 2:14 a.m. and yeah, so I'm out, everyone. I'm out. By the way, my classmates, I'm still in uniform.